Na nézzük, hol jutunk be a városba. Azért nézzük a mellékküldetések. Hát ha van valami fontos. Itt. Úgy itt az Hőrendről még nem igazán tért vissza. Néztem most a táborunkat. Lehet, hogy ma itt van. Ja, a Landról még nem igazán tért vissza. Tehát akkor hátsón kellene mennem. Tökre rúgom ezt a csontvázat is. Komolyan. Gyere, bazd meg, de fú. Értem én, hogy rohadsz, attól meg siethetni.
The going's a bit steep, so be careful where you step.
Ezzelből szerintem elég durván ez lenne a kép, tehát tudom, miért nem lehet bevenni. Van? Ez se van. Oké, hogy olyan sötét van, hogy igazából csak a fény széléig látok kb. tiktoljük meg, hogy mi lehet volna. Azt mondja, jó. Csonté. Ó, ismételtem. Megszéstük. Itt... Oké. De hullákat akkor most megkeresünk el egybe. Érdekes. Akkor ide annyi a kastély. Adom egy adat belőle.
This city is an open grave.
A tomb where the dead may not rest in peace. Cruel, yet inventive.
You'd know all about that. We'll be lucky if we find any survivors.
Hát... Oké. Itt érdekes lesz. Az. Amit el kell. A balra megyek, akkor lehet, hogy feljutottam. Jó, menjünk balra. Ó, nincs is láda. Őt csapda, de... Igen, csapda, így megöltött. Csak egy. Azt olyan így az. Bejöttem egy üdes. Ó, nem üdes. Na nézzük milyen a kaszások. Hát szarabb. Nem akarok felvanni szerintem. Most beszéljünk arról, hogy mégis mi sebzett engem meg. Ó, meg jó, hogy ide jöttem. Most végültem. Valamit évettem el. Valahol ki is tisztítva. Úgy, hogy... Inkább menjünk le másfelelően. Ahonnan? Aztán ahonnan kell folytatni? Ejjajjaj! Az angol akarok most nem is.
I've got other things to do first before I get involved in that.
Fordulj meg a szádba szólva. Jaj!
I've got other things to do first before I get involved in that.
Még a finomnálságban a könyvtárban. Na jó, ilyet sem mondtam még egész életemben. Még egyáltalán ne. Lassan sejteznem kéne. Erre kaptunk valóban új buzogányt. Támadás, sebesség 0%. Jó van. Na. Már küldkéim. Jól beletek.
Hey, you! Help us! We need help.
Mondta.
Hey, you! Help us! Look out! Up there!
Egyéb.
You there! Help us!
Shh, keep it down. There's still patrols around. We're looking for the other members of the Freeborn Blades. That mean anything to you?
The what? What's that?
The Freeborn Blades, a mercenary company.
Huh. Yeah, I heard of them. I think they're in the southern part of the city. That's where the king was last seen. Maybe you can find him.
You think the king is there too?
I can't be certain he's still there. Maybe he's been captured. We can only hope that he's still alive.
Na, tudod hasznos. Most ezek már átmehetek itt. Megvan a könyvtár. Dik. Tudom, az ott neked vagy. Nem, ez nem a vége, ez összehez. Ez úgy hopp. Faszpuszért azt hittem úgy. Segítség. Au. Ez jó. Élj már fel. Igaz. Tudom, mire fel kell, aztán meghal. Hát, jó. Akkor tűzkarddal kezdünk. Lapálunk is. Futkozzunk egy kicsit. És tök jó, hogy kiblokkolni se lehet téged.
Prince Arundel? What are you doing here, my lord?
Tök ugyanúgy néz
I
ki,
followed
mint
you, Vulcan. I must save our king, with or without your aid.
Ja, hogy... Ja? Jó.
What is this thing?
I don't know, but it doesn't look right.
Son, my boy, can it be you?
Oh, fuck.
By all the gods. Father? It cannot be!
Apát
Do
kicsit
not
meg...
look upon me.
Izé.
I am so sorry. Do not stay here. Take the crown and leave this place.
Oh, Father. But what have they done to you?
I surrendered. Lord Blackfrost told me that you were slain. That Marshal Winter's army had left no survivors at Bastion. I had not the strength to even raise my sword. And so he changed us, remade us, the other nobles and I, and all those who had taken refuge in the palace. He wanted me to witness our end, so that I would live without defeat and news of your death for eternity. But you are alive. You live. Your mother and I are so relieved to know you live.
Mother? But how can I release you from this curse?
My son, if you only knew how sorry we are. You cannot save us. We are condemned to this abomination. You must slay us. The others, the Queen, the Count, all of these people. I feel their suffering. Hear their screams within me. Put an end to it, I beg you. Free us that our souls may be with you.
Sire, I can take care of this, if you want me to.
For pity, my boy. Whatever you decide. Take the crown.
Na, vissza tudok megjönni egy babába azzal a Szibillal. Én már milyen csinálom elégkölt és mindent visszajön. Koronát még nem veszed. Koronával mi lesz?
There is more power lying hid in this twisted corpse than in a dozen juggernauts. I will not stand by and watch those blood-sucking necromancers steal it from me once more.
Sire, please step aside.
Okay. Uh-oh.
But what are you doing?
I'm taking back the power that was stolen from the World Heart.
How dare you? That is my father, the King of Caralthas. I have to perform the funeral rite to free his soul. Have you no respect?
Respect for him that joineth with the Deadwalkers? Ha! I think not.
We have to get back to the camp before the Deadwalkers come for us. The death of one of the Liches is bound to have gotten their attention.
I will come soon. I must first perform a ritual to free my father's soul from this unholy carcass so that it may stay with me.
I'll wait outside.
nem jó, ez nagyon nem jó. Jó van. Itt van a király, mi van mögötte királyi hasi? Jó van. Oké.
I need to be alone for a time. I'll meet up with you in the camp.
Or to wait for Arundel. Not in his condition. The Deadwalkers will be scouring the city to find who killed their lich. We gotta get back to the camp fast.
Dost thou feel the power of the world heart flowing through us, since thou didst absorb the lich?
I feel a little stronger, but it's not enough.
Yes, it is far from over. This power comes straight from the necromancers, who sucked it from the world heart. We must starve them.
Visszamenni a táborba a csajén, utána szépen visszajönni ide, aztán szépen azért lassan elvértem, se fogok tudni használni. Hétig után, sőt ezt is.
They attacked the wrong person. How dare they condemn our king to such a macabre fate? My father. It's time for us to repay the Deadwalkers in kind. I want to see them destroyed, so not a single one of those dead ever dare set foot in our streets again. We're going to launch a massive assault to take back our city. It is time to turn the tide of this war. Vulcan, we will need you and your extraordinary abilities. We have to send a small group to open the city gates. I'm counting on you. I know that you can be stealthy and incredibly effective. A few soldiers will be going with you. This is our best chance. Blackfrost doesn't seem to be here anymore, and most of his forces went with him.
This prince is a stupid dreamer, but a useful one. If he attacks, he will draw the necromancer's eye, clearing the way for us.
All right, count me in on this mission, but nothing more. I don't intend to take part in the fighting to retake the city, but your last stand coincides with my objectives. Blackfrost should find your army fascinating. He'll send a large part of his troops against you, and he might even show up in person. And as it appears that his realm is one of the paths to the World Heart, that'll clear the path for me.
I would have preferred more assistance, but that'll have to do. This will be a magnificent battle.
If you say so. Mathras, you should go find the scribes. I'll join you later.
Thou knowest that Blackfrost's palace will take us to the World Heart. Yet still thou dost waste thy time in vain battles. Thy stupidity knows no bounds.
The knight would like to talk to his friend about an ancient ritual. For it is said that wisdom and strength often reveal themselves through the mists of time.
A ritual? Considering what happened to me the last time I was at one of those, I should probably listen to you. So what's it about?
Where the night comes from, the bravest warriors are permitted to take part in a dangerous but powerful rite. They must search for special ingredients to make a potion for themselves that they then drink. Only the very strong survive. But if they live, they gain the experience and skills of many warriors long dead, and thus each of their blows becomes more deadly.
And you did this? This potion?
Nagyon érzésem, hogy meg fogunk
Yes,
halni a
the
játék
knight
végén.
accomplished this ritual many years ago,
Olyan formában.
and he carries within him the
Hogy
wisdom of
kitépik a
all
démon.
the great warriors of Algander.
Aztán lesz.
It made him much stronger, and he is sure that if an exceptional warrior was to go through this same ritual, the effects would be many times more powerful.
Uh-huh. So it looks like I'm going off looking for outlandish ingredients again. But hey, if it's for a good cause...
The knight has prepared a list. His friend must now search for all the ingredients written on it.
I'm on it.
Vulcan, I have to talk to you about Edwin. I saw you getting friendly with her. You should be more careful. She is not what she pretends to be.
Itt egy
I know
hullott
she's
csapatban
not playing straight with us. She's got her little secrets, just like everyone else.
You don't understand. It's a lot more serious than little secrets. I found some very worrying information in one of the last books I read. 200 or 300 years ago, there were other groups of sages and magicians, like the Red Scribes. One of these orders was called the White Lords.
So you think that they were the ancestors of the Ice Lords or something? What does that have to do with Edwin?
I'm getting to that. The White Lords lived in the north of Vertil, out in the ice. We know little about them. For a long time it was believed they had disappeared. But in reality, they somehow transformed themselves. And in one of the books that I consulted, I found an engraving of a woman, one of their leaders. It was the portrait of that witch.
It is suspicious. We'll have to check it out.
Since you seem so close to her, try to find out more about her past. How old is she? Where was she born? I don't know. Just something, anything that might give her away.
I will have to be careful so she doesn't get wise to me.
Keep me informed, but believe me, I'm almost sure it is her.
I'd like to...
What do you want to...
I've been thinking about... I found a building that must be the library you were talking about. Shall we go?
It would be my pleasure.
Vulcan, come here. I need to talk to you about something. While you were in the city, the Deadwalkers apparently began stirring. Several scouts have disappeared without a trace. They can't just have been ambushed by chance. Someone must have given their routes to our enemies. I'm afraid we have a traitor among us. Though if that's the case, I don't understand why we haven't been attacked by the Deadwalkers yet. What's really troubling is that these disappearances pretty much correspond to your arrival here, which means that your living dead friend is the prime suspect. Even if it's just as possible that it's one of the Red Scribes, or even one of your people.
And why can't it be one of your people?
Why would he do that? And above all, why would he wait until now to betray us?
Maybe he reacted to the prince's return. He may have expected you to lay down your weapons, and when he saw you were gaining hope again, he decided to speed things up.
Maybe. Regardless, we have to find the spy and silence him. You have demonstrated your effectiveness and discretion.
Hogyne, elintézel, megoldok mindent, hogyne. Igaz, hogy már itt se tud egy ember megcsinálni mindent. És utána nézhetné, hülye bunkó. Na.
Oh my, you don't look so good. Something jamming up your pipes? Perhaps you should consider an enema.
Hú, de vicces vagy.
Hilarious. But with friends like you, who needs enemas? I brought you a few stones I found.
Thank you. I'm sure it doesn't seem all that important.
It's true. I have... I'm guessing this is not the way you...
For years now, I've been waiting for the day when I could go back to my city. But if I was ever coming back home, it could only mean one of two things. Either I'd been captured. I would have preferred being captured. My city.
It doesn't matter what condition this city is in. What matters to me is how we get reorganized and who with. I hope that you're...
If they are feeling anything like what I do, then I guarantee...
I sure hope. Let's check. I'll leave... An undead? In our camp? Aren't you afraid it'll communicate with its masters? Sir?
It's a calculated risk. Your friend Edwin told me that she can interrogate those creatures. So we captured one.
You really can do some pretty weird things.
Listen, Vulcan. We're not going to turn down any information. If we can find out how to haul our asses out of the fire, I don't see how it can hurt. Ready to make it talk?
If our fire breather doesn't need me right away, I can start getting ready.
Excellent. Let's start the interrogation.
Listen, maggot head. You're going to tell us everything you know.
That's not quite how it works, Captain. It can't just answer questions like that. Tell me what you want to know, and I'll dig around in its memory to find the answers.
In that case, why not dig everything out, so we don't miss anything?
Even for someone as skilled as me, that could take weeks. Its brain, however limited, is like an immense archive that contains both recent memories and memories of its past life.
All right. I want to know if that bastard Black Frost really has left the area.
Let me concentrate. Yes. I see him raising the wave and turning the whole city into ice. This soldier must have been at his feet. Then he gave the order to attack and gave orders to several powerful undead. Apparently he left right after. He appears nowhere else in its memory.
What are those powerful dead you were talking about?
I see a flying creature, like the one in the swamp, and others. But the image is blurred.
So the army is being commanded by a tormentor now?
No, I don't think so. They make good spies, but poor leaders. That said, I don't see any real generals.
Nothing that looks like that one that attacked the village.
No, but Black Frost will definitely have left someone in charge. Someone he trusts. This soldier just didn't see who.
What were the Black Frost's orders?
You have to understand that this creature's ability to comprehend is limited. From what I can see, it was told to keep watch over the city. He asked to be sent living people. Prisoners. The other living people must still be alive and under guard. Other prisoners. And of course, that he be informed in the event of trouble.
Does he know we entered the city?
This dead thing doesn't anyway. But that doesn't mean a thing, unfortunately. I think that he... Oh no! He saw me!
Huh? Who are you talking about?
Well, well. Probing the spirits of the dead. You can well imagine that this sort of communication goes both ways. So, that's where my dear rebels are hiding, is it?
I must break the link! Right now!
Hogy most veszélyes.
I wish I could go out on a
The knight has come to ask help from his friend. While on reconnaissance, he spotted a convoy which he thinks should be stopped.
Okay.
A group of dead walkers transporting an object. He thinks they should be attacked and the object taken from them while there is still time.
Okay.
The broken road will only slow them a little. The knight and his friend must get there as quickly as possible.
Okay then. Let's go for it.
Elindulunk, aztán
I
megyünk
have to go
könyvtárba.
somewhere with Ranval. Wait for me here.
Very well, but be careful, please.
The knight would like to discuss. He would like to understand what his friend hoped to accomplish.
The body was overflowing with magic power. I took that power.
Taking the enemy's strength and using it against him. Then
Koljuk.
I have a few So what did you abandon when you entered?
the knight has already said he does not.
Fair enough. I won't ask. Let's change. Edwin, I need to speak to you.
What can I do for you?
Hey, thanks for your help. Without you, we never would have gotten anything out of that dead stiff.
You know me, I just love to be helpful.
Igen, nagyon.
I would like to... What's the story with this Mathras guy? Who is he?
It's hard to say. He's one of the living dead. Of that I'm completely certain. But you must understand that necromancy, the magic that allows the dead to be reanimated, is based upon what Mathras functions differently somehow. It is not his body that has been brought back.
He says he's 6,000 years old. You believe that?
It is entirely possible. His spirit is in theory immortal. This magic is far different. Instead of drawing energy from the world heart, he draws energy directly.
Could that have anything to do with the Ice Lords, or...
Absolutely not.
Koljuk. Így tök jó.
Thanks.
Nem ezeket akartam megtudni, de jó. Elhozott soj. Mondja, el kéne adni fel a cuccot.
Ah! What the hell is
Calm down, Smithy. I'm on your side.
our side? With a face like that? You think I'm stupid?
Fool. If I had wished him ill, his...
Oh, yeah.
Why the long face?
You mean apart from the fact that my city no longer exists? Sorry for being in a bad mood. I'm still alive, I should be grateful for that, but...
Looks like you've got lots to do, though. Even if your army doesn't have as many troops.
Of course, and that's what's driving me crazy. I had to leave all of my equipment behind when I can only sell the weapons the soldiers bring me. And when you think I had the best forge in Vertiel, Thormald...
Seeing as how it means so much to you.
Really? You would be doing me the greatest of favors, and not just for me.
Consider it done.
Good day.
Show me what you...
Alas, not much. I'm missing so...
Mi is eladni jöttem igazából. Hoppa. Ez egész jó mellé. Annak ellenére, hogy szép hadohatba féltessem. Kb. róla. Tudod mi? Jöjjön. Adjuk el a szanatot. Csisakokra úgyis nem szükség. Buffoljuk fel a páncélt. Hát, hogyha tudjuk majd még használni. Jó, igaz, hogy sincs rajtunk el. Mindig. Ó, az többféle. Még plusz még bángol is, hát. Fájni fog nekik. Legyen ennyi. Ahogy eladaktak. Bingo. Egyben van egy csomó még. Akkor irányoz a mérte. Egy kb. Mennyit kéne még összegyűjtenünk? Ötöt. Oh boy, plusz nem van. Mi az? Nem használ a sok jelzés. Mi játszunk itt?
That is not the right direction. The hunter who hesitates will see his prey is far away. He must concentrate on his goal, and his companion will not catch them. It is an opportunity lost. Hopes that his friend does not regret joining him in this assault.
You were right. It was worth it. Especially if we take the time to strip the others before we head back.
Legalább egy jó kis így jött belőle. De vissza a táborba a csajén, aztán hogy jussunk be akkor. Ja, hogy te velem vagy?
Sybil.
Yes?
I need your help.
If you want.
Mercenary.
Has anyone gone by here? Any men?
No, apart from you, no one.
Your commander thinks there's someone sneaking out to meet up.
That's terrible. Who could do something like that? Anyway, I promise no one's been... maybe the sentinels in the North Tower have...
I'm leaving.
Szerintem meg kellett volna előbb az árulót. Az árulót. Nyommat lesz az. De itt aztán lesz
Your
a kuti.
transformation seems to be speeding up. You should be careful. I'm afraid that...
Listen, it's real nice of you to worry about me. But first, what can you tell me about...
He is a most unusual being.
Don't you get the impression that he's just talking?
Even though at first sight, such a long existence sounds impossible. And his appearance speaks for itself.
It's true that he doesn't.
As far as I understand it, he regularly changes his bodies. As soon as the one... What is really fascinating is that he is the kind of undead that was previously unheard of. Remember that his knowledge could very well turn our vision of mortality upside down. And of course he might provide unhoped for...
What did I tell you? Once they've recovered from the shock of my somewhat shriveled appearance, everybody thinks I'm highly
I have to admit you were a big help in the city. If you don't have anything better to do, I'd appreciate... I hope the shock, as you put it, of my other companions won't let...
From my point of view, it will only last for a heartbeat. As long as mine keeps beating, I'll be...
Let's talk about... Do you have a moment? I wanted to... Let's change... Later. You would know more about the Dead Walkers than us.
Walking around in a dead body doesn't make one an expert on all other dead things, young man. In fact, I find the suggestion vaguely insulting. But I have learned to trust my experience, something that you, despite your youth, should attempt to do also. I imagine we could quite easily reduce the possibilities. Firstly, the traitor must be able to enter and leave the camp without. Then, it must be someone who can observe your comings and goings without Lastly, it is someone who knows your plans. Someone who knows your military commanders. That alone excludes a large number, particularly the undead here. In your place, I...
Thanks for the tips. I'll get right. Talk to you later.
Akkor tényleg az őrsznek lesznek itt a hunyók? Van több parancsok.
Vulcan, I hope...
I don't know who it is yet. If I'll be...
Látszak szépen mentek, már ez a hülye még kiküld háborúzni instant.
How can I help you?
I'll be go.
Jó van, tőled sem mentem sokra. Veletek lesznek itt a gondok.
I have nothing to say to you, mercenary. You want to follow these gutless out?
Fárulnom lesz szívesen. Ő lesz az áruló. Mert nem lehet beszélni. Sóljon, beszéljünk csak.
I wish I could go out.
Jó, majd.
Vulcan? Hey. Are you still there, Vulcan?
I am me. And more than me. That's what counts.
I suppose you're right. I don't really care what you are at this stage. The only thing I need to know is whether I can count on you, or whether I should put...
We have common interests, and the same enemies. In as far as I happen to have inside me our only hope of victory, killing me would seem to be a pretty... What's more, I'm not even sure you could.
Don't get smart with me, Vulcan. Have you heard about...
Yeah, the elf man told me. They suspect us. Us and the Red Square.
That would be priceless. If that long-faced...
Who do you think it could be?
I confess that at first I thought it was your pal who looks like you just dug it.
Mathras? Honestly,
I agree. I realized that since he's permanently surrounded by the scribes...
Do you think it's one of the scribes?
It's possible. After all, it wouldn't be the first time. But whoever the mole is has to know their way around and not be scared to go outside on their own. The most likely, whatever Commander Pointy Ears thinks, is that one of his boys is a turncoat. Go and check with Buffalo. I saw him chasing one a while back.
Considering the size of him, I doubt he caught the guy. You know, I have to...
Bizony.
Buffalo, I have to talk.
What do you want?
You were seen leaving the camp. What were you doing?
What business is that of yours?
I'm not accusing you of anything. I'm supposed to be certain.
I was just out on a little recon.
They told me that you were looking...
Yes. The soldier who was on watch just over there. He left his post, was trying to follow him, but I followed his tracks for a while, but considering the number of deadwalkers in the area, I decided to come back.
Where did the tracks lead to?
Over toward the river, but don't bother. The guard already came back. He's just over there.
I guess that's what I'll do. Thanks for...
Can I help you with something, mercenary?
I was told you left your...
That's... No!
You think I tell you? Come on, tell me everything.
All right. I left, but only once. I was following your comrade, Buffalo, but I didn't dare go very far. I couldn't leave my post unguarded, you understand? And then the Deadwalkers didn't seem in the end. He went back without a scratch and without saying a thing.
That's funny. Buffalo says you're the traitor, and that the reason he left was...
He's lying. He's the one. I've heard rumors about him. Some people say he's immortal.
You're talking bullshit. I've known him for years, and believe me, I've seen his blood get spilled more than once. He's got no
Reasons? Since when have mercenaries needed... It said the Deadwalkers found you in the middle of a swamp.
That's a good point. I'll go back and talk.
Azt mondja, akkor most mentünk, mert tudja, hogy vadási hőt osztatunk meg. De igazából ez maradjon a következő részre, szóval szavaztok addig is.